Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to the garage. We're back once again, and we're in for a little bit of an interesting phase, because we found a whole bunch of wrecks inside the, in our scrapyard. Some of them were actually pretty good gems. For example, we've got a tiger wreck, which is absolutely fantastic. One of these days we'll hop onto this, and we'll get this beautiful girl running. But as you can see, all of them are in a state of disrepair. We've also got a KV2. No gun barrel, sadly, but we can work on that. But no, KV2 is there as well. That one's in not exactly in a good state, 34%. The Tiger is in a worse state, and if we go outside, take a few moments to load, we've got two other vehicles waiting for us, which is rather delightful. We've got a bit of money for them, so what we can do is we can source the parts if necessary. We have this particular creature, which is probably what we're going to be working on today, which is the T-34-85, and finally we have a Panzerkampfwagen for Ausführung G, which is in a pretty rough state. But what we're going to do is we are going... Oh, I could so do with one of those. I wonder if we can stay in this session. We can try and save that Wolverine. But for the time being, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move the T-34 into the tank area and move the Tiger tank out from the tank area. Now, the only thing is, I have no idea how to organize that. Okay. Storage, there we go. Not. Reset position, reset tools, tablets, browse science, all parts, right, okay. Tank museum. Yeah, of course. Price of total may affect the number of visitors. We're not even going to have any visitors. Right. We've got a bunch of contracts, available contracts, which is fun. But I think we're going to try and roll with the tanks. I've got to try and figure out. I'm trying to remember how to move. Ah, good. Oh no. Tank status menu. Tank analysis. Move tank. There we go. Move tank to the workshop area. Right. So I'm assuming if we move the tank to the workshop, there we go. Tiger's out here. T-34 is inside. Good. Time to work on our T-34-85, because that was the first vehicle we got when we were looking to, I say we were looking, when I was looking to, when we've had our first digging up sort of thing, so it makes sense that the first real challenge, I say challenge, you know what I mean, is actually this, which is pretty nice. Anywho, so first of all, you guys know the real routine. Put the T-34 turret there. Does this girl have an engine? Yes, she does. Get the engine on here. Good. Okay, so the tank is now nice and pretty much empty. There's all the different seats. Good. Okay, so without further ado, let's get rid of the rust. We're going to try and get rid of all of the rust as possible. Nice little relaxing tune. I would say this is a cathartic game. Very cathartic. I've not been playing it. I mean, admittedly, lately with me hopping onto streaming Guild Wars 2 a lot more as of late. I've been. I go for the coax. I get this thing to be. Oh, we can actually replace the rust and everything. That's cool. Oh, nice. We can actually clean the tracks. Nice. And yep. Nice. We've got a lot of things we need to clean up, mind you. I'm guessing there's a few. Yep. Inner workings of something like this. Well, we got the tank's components fixed for that, so if we can try and push on through there. Replaceable, 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 and I'm assuming toolbox. Okay, so the toolbox needs replacing. That's fine. We need to replace one of these exhausts. And I'm kind of impressed that we can hold the track in just like that without the whole thing falling off. But I guess when where this game is concerned, physics, nah. Never even heard of them. Which is, I suppose, helpful. Right, okay, is there any part on the outside of this tank? Is there any undersections to this thing that we need to worry about? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, no, there we go. Gotta get these underbits sorted. You know what? Thank you, T-34D5, for having these little gaps in your defenses, which normally I'd exploit to blow up, but in this case, is very useful for cleaning up the tank internally, just because I think that would honestly be kind of hilarious. There we go. Getting there. Right, I think we have a bit of a problem getting that particular one. Yeah, it's like ever so slightly on the shit. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Right, let's see if we can get through this at a relatively decent speed as well. Not entirely sure why these particular things, MG ammunition, would be rusted away, but you know what? It's okay. Wait, what? Is that? Oh yeah, that's the machine gun, isn't it? Yeah, DP. I'm like, for a second, I'm wondering, what the fuck was that? Right. Radiator. All sorted. Internals. We're going to go nuts with the sanding, obviously, but you never know. Right. How are we doing with these? Outer fuel tank. We've got a lot of condition problems, which is not a good thing, but at the same time, it's better than none. Alright. Alright. Okay, I'm thinking if we put this back and go into assembly mode. Hang on. Assembly? No. Interior. Assembly mode, there we go. Or disassembly mode, I should say. Disassembly mode, there we go. This whole thing. There we go. We got it open. Perfect. Right, let's go get the internals in and have a little look at the engine. Right, let's have a look. See. Floating engine parts. Lovely. Right, I'm thinking... Have we done everything of this thing so far? I'm thinking we have, just because I'm not seeing any obvious signs of rust from stuff that we can't fix. No. Oh, no, hang on. Tell a lie. We do have, in fact, a little bit of rust on some of the stuff, which is completely fine. Right. I'm just thinking in terms of, like, whatever you... Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, so let's get rid of all the parts that we can't fix. So, disassemble, disassemble, right, disassemble all these things. Maybe I'll find a, maybe I'll have an actual strategy regarding this thing. But at the same time, if we can just get all of the replaceable only parts off the tank, we'll have a bit more of an idea as to what we can and cannot have. And then hopefully, Emperor willing, we should be able... Oh, there's the rust removal thing we need to find. Always one, isn't there? Right. Should be good. Okay, good. Right. Right, now comes the... Oh, no, hang on. Now we've got to get the rust removal for the engine. That's right. We've got more to do with this thing. So yeah, we're going to just focus on getting all the engines completely fixed up. Nothing too bad. Though, to be honest with you, even if I did no repairs at all on this thing and tried to turn her over, she probably would, knowing a Russian tank of this particular thing. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that legitimately happened as well. where like a bunch of tank restorers basically went across, found a toggle. They found this engine. Get inside. Is there anything rusted away that needs to be aware of? No. Okay. Tank status. Never mind. Right, let's go get. Is there anything we got to be aware of? Right. Nope, didn't think so. Right, let's go get the sander out, and hopefully. There we go. So yeah, legitimately they they had this thing where they had found a T-34, maybe I think it was a T-34-76, and they like dug the particular vehicle out of the crap. Right, now let's go quickly have a look at the turret as well. But yeah, they dug the vehicle out of the mud. They cleared up enough that they needed to. They, cleared out the oil or whatever. They then cleared the engine, obviously, because the mud had gotten in there and all that jazz. They gave it a bit of a quick sort out, and they thought, you know what, let's try and see if we can get her to turn over. She won't. We all know she won't. But, let's see what happens. Started first time. Like, after they did an initial, clear out of the thing, and it was like they all just stared in disbelief at this marvel of human ingenuity. And I'm like, fuck you, Ivan. Like, I will not lie. The design factor of the T-34-85 and how it operates as as a medium tank. It's a medium tank with a heavy tank's gun. I will not deny it is exceedingly impressive. Its capacity to completely rip the shit out of anything. Like, it's a capacity to smack things with an 85mm shell. In World War II terms, is outstanding. It's a shame that and also the fact that so many could be produced at such a rapid rate, is also a marvel of modern ingenuity. It's, I feel a bit sad some days because I'm just like, oh, ooh, hello. Oh, this must be the crafting area. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. He's got the right sign. Act dominant. Hot tanks don't touch. Oh, nice. But apparently we can use the crafting panel. I've got crafting parts. Oh, crafting panel. I have no idea. Well, we'll worry about that later on. Anywho, now we can get on the sandblasting. And we can hopefully get through all of these dudes. I mean, the thing is, it's a Russian tank turret, so I can't imagine it's going to require a whole host of other things, but it's a good idea to keep them. It's a good idea to keep it like this, just so that way we can prep it and whatnot. Turret exterior condition, and then internally. Even though technically speaking, we shouldn't have to worry of it being like this. Alright. Okay, I think we've done the turret. We've done the engine as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we need the primer for that. So now let's get this tank all swizzed up. Just slowly but surely sanded. This also gives us an opportunity to see what is and what isn't rusted, what is and what isn't sanded. Hello, I see some springs there. Completely forgot about them. Luckily for us, I think the whole rusting thing has also been a factor. I think since they've updated the game a few times since I last played, things like the spray isn't so much point directly onto the surface, and that's the only bit of the tank that you'll get that gets stuff done. It's still a bit like that in some regards, but if, for example, the environment, I'm noticing that, you know, for example, there, I'm aiming at the transmission cover hatch, but also one of the pipes next to it is also being affected. So it's nice to see that that's a thing. I mean, for example, I could do something like this, and yeah, both of the wheels get hit. So it's really useful, actually, on that regard. So I like this. It just saves time. So I will say, this game is a lot of fun. It's not, like, revolutionarily amazing. It's not like the new game that will go crazy for. But, like, to be honest with you, this is the kind of stuff that is nice to do. And I've not been doing as much recording lately because I've been streaming like mad. That said, Guild Wars 2 has got me by the tether hooks. So it's that reminds me, we need to look under here, do we? Looks okay actually. Ah, there we go. I thought something was a bit off. Right, let's keep going with these particular things. And unfortunately, with these ones, it's a bit difficult to catch them on that. Right. I mean, the main aim I want to go with is, for this particular vehicle, is I want to try and get it to a good enough point. And then we can sell it. If I'm not mistaken, do I have a proving grounds? Because I actually have upgraded this particular thing. I meant to actually say at the beginning of the episode, but I've actually upgraded a bunch of features inside inside this particular realm. So hopefully we should have an ability to be able to test this thing in the front lines as well. He says on the front lines, you know, you get where I'm coming from. Oh, that's kind of handy. Again, Ivan, again, this particular tank is pretty cool looking at times, I will not deny. But the thing is also, it's the initial design for the first tank. It's a very simple concept, but it turns out to be the most critical of the war. I mean, with things like the Tiger tank or the KV-1 and KV-2, now let me just pop that down and open this up again. The key features about what tank combat, at least in World War II cases, is the angle of the armor at sometimes. Most of the times, you know, this is a little bit less of an example because while this has a nice little slope at the beginning, this is kind of more flat, which means it's more likely to get penned. And obviously shoot the side of a KV-2, you know what happens. If you've ever played World of Tanks and you've got the side of a KV-2 and you've got high explosive loaded and you could be an ISU, oh boy, are you in for a good time. But like, in other regards, you aim with you aim to hit this on an angle, you're not going to go through with the armor. Even an ISU would struggle to go through on high explosive with that. But then again, why would you fire a high explosive on a T-34 when a standard shell would be so much the better? Anyhow, I think that engine's more or less complete, isn't it? Yeah, engine condition finished. It only says 85% though. I'd like to know why it says 85%. Right, let's do the analytics and see what's going on. So, what's wrong with the engine? Dipstick. Ah, is that rusted? Oh, it's not completely sanded, that's why. Alright. Right, 88%. What's missing? We have a plate that's missing. We don't have the plates. That's fine. Oh yeah, I was going to show you, I have upgraded things, yes. So, I've upgraded a couple of features, mostly in the terms of discounts and how much money we could earn from that. We've also got a proving grounds, which is nice. Haven't been able to upgrade that yet. And I'm hoping to be able to upgrade to that at some point. Mainly it's the driving thing we've got. So sadly we can't use the gun. But we can hopefully, at some point, get that going. So what we can do... I also bought the tablet. Because I figured it'd be better than having that horrible noise every time we do something. So, D3476, D3485, engine, plates, just 2 plates, isn't it? Check out, yes, cool. Tank status, analytics, engine, what else is missing? Just the 2 plates. Right, that's 1 plate. Oh, we got the parts. Tanks part shop. Alright, we've got the parts there. I'm a little confused. I know I bought some. Alright. Alright. Engine. Right, now I've bought them twice. I know now we've bought them twice. Organizer, mailbox. Right. Storage. Sell these two and get something of a profit. Right, good. Hang on, we need something else. He figures it out. No, it's normal. Unless they're not what I think they are. Like custom ready user. Wait, so you can put your own music in here? Nice. Oh, turn the radios. Turn off radio. Okay. I like how I have the music in the background still. Anyway. I get the wrong parts, maybe. Ah, I did. I'm an idiot. Right. Oh well, whoops. Guess these plates are different from the other plates. We'll get these and sell them. Get better money from that. Right, okay. Add the part on. Oh, you son of a bitch. Why am I not surprised? It's fine. Right, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We got it. No, no. And vaboom. Right, 100% fantastic. How are we looking? Paint. We haven't got any primer for it yet, but that's fine. Okay, so we need to get a road wheel, outer fuel tank. Is there anything inside this particular thing we're missing? No, but apparently... Okay, so let's go find out what's wrong with the turret and figure out why it's not... Right, tank status, tank analysis. Okay, so turret, a turret exterior. It just needs primer, right? It's 17,000 at the moment. We're not doing too bad. Right, what is missing? Is it just... Okay, I'm thinking it just needs primer, which is fine. We could do the primer in a mo. We do need to have a whole bunch of things for these, though. Tank analysis, wheels. We need the bracket. So if we look at this one. Is this requiring sanding? It does. Right, okay. It's a little bit more of an intensive process, but I want to try and get as good as I can. Right, okay. Drop that now. Kind of wish there was an option to go straight to tank status. Like tank status menu and instantly get to this menu rather than having to do it twice. Hull exterior. There's a lot of things we're missing. That's fine. We can deal with that. Wheels. Okay. We've got a couple of road wheels missing. That's fine. Yeah, you're missing a lot as well. Tracks. We've got missing on that. Rear track. Sanding 0%. Oh, okay. I have apparently missed that. I'm impressed that I missed it, but there we go. Yeah. So, Alright, cool. Okay, cool. We're making our way through. Progress is being progressed. Right, okay. Ooh, hello. Has anything been missed? I guess the primer is the next step. I mean, this one is beautiful. We've got half... we've pretty much got a full track on the other side. Unfortunately, just this one is... Well, not so much. Right, well... First, methinks we need to prime it next, I think. Yeah, paint gun, just because that way then... Right, let's get the primer going on, so we know what we're doing. If we can get everything red on this thing, that'll be good. Everybody loves a red tank. That's what these bastards are for. Normally I prefer them as a burning tank, but you know what? In this occasion I think the red will work better. Right. Okay. Truth be told, having it in primer mode is also pretty useful because then we can actually paint this thing effectively. I won't be going too crazy with the painting work because I think there's a lot to do and a lot to work on through that, but you know, at least the machine gun's going to be all sorted. At least the track and everything's going to be sorted, the internals are going to be sorted. It's just, everything is being sorted, and that's the nice thing. Alright, just it's a slow, meaningful progress. It's not like a, oh my god, this is so crazy, we're making so much stuff. It's more just like a, yeah, this is a nice thing, you know? It's like a nice, pleasant experience. Also, it's easier to spot the things. I'm not gonna lie, this game I think is a little bit more for me than I realized, just because of how much attention to detail I like to have sometimes. I'm not like a super OCD person, but there are times where I will fumble over the most insignificant thing. Like when I'm playing a real-time strategy game and I'm fucking around building a base, I build it in a way that's not just efficient for what I need, but also for what I do for certain, like, well, if it's gonna look cool, we're gonna need to, we gotta have it in a certain particular style, and it can only be this particular style. Any other particular style, it's a failure in my eye, and the whole thing needs to be scrapped. But yeah. So, we can get everything set up. Apparently the DP is not needing to be that, but that's okay. Right, let's get this interior thing. I'm thinking we need to get another radiator. Oh, it still needs to be sanded. That's a little bit concerning. How did I miss that? Did we not go into the sanding thing? Oh my god. How the fuck? Like, seriously, how did I miss that? Right. Just quickly pop that back there. Grab the paint gun. Up to it. Oh my god, what is going on? I've left my paint gun in the thing. I'm like so desperate now to find out what the fuck's going on with this thing. How have I not primed it or done anything with it? Right, cool. Over there, you. Right, you? Get in there. Pick it. Yep, there you go. Alright, cool. Okay, good. Is there anything else inside? Hull gearbox condition is 100%. Hull interior condition needs to be painted. So that's fine. Okay, I think all of the necessary parts, he says, thinking that he's obviously lying, because there's obviously something that he's missed, because that's how Mr. Jaeger works. Ah! Knew it! I was like, there is obviously something amiss. Right, okay. I'm thinking we're looking okay. We're looking okay? We're looking okay. Good. Right, fuel system condition. Apparently it's not looking too well. Okay, tank status. Fuel system, what's wrong with that? We're missing some fuel tanks. Ah, that's why. And we're missing a radiator as well. There's bits that we're missing. That's fine. Right. Tank status weapons. Tank analysis. Right. So, buy missing parts. It's going to cost me a lot. But there we go. All the parts we need is now bought, which is extremely handy. Oh! Yes, it's lovely. Right. Tank assembly mode. There we go. So now let's resend all the parts. Ah, these are all paid for as well. Shit. Oh no, sorry, not paid. Painted, I should say. Right. Then I think it's probably a safe bet that we should put back. Yeah, we should paint this. Paint gun. Right, now I think it's probably makes a safe bet to start painting this back towards being Ivantown. I like how the bendingness of this thing, unless that's what it's designed to do. Hull exterior condition. Is it damaged? I have no idea. Right, well I'm thinking we'll be fine for the time being. I like how the wheels are also all rubberized and everything. The tracks are looking absolutely fantastic. Things are finally becoming a little bit more normal. Better part is if we can sell this for a nice little profit, that'll go towards our next little production, which I'm thinking will probably be the... Well, we'll look at the most... we'll look at some of the other things maybe and try and get some room in, or maybe the money we can make will be able to earn us a bit of rep or whatever. I mean, I think we're probably going to have to do a job or two, because I want to try and get to the point where we can take this thing out onto the driveway and then use the gun. But I fear, for the time being, we'll have to sell this thing in order to get the money, to be able to take on other jobs, to be able to get the reputation. Which is a bit sad. I'm not going to lie. Eventually what I'll do for all of these things, maybe as an end game thing, is we're going to try and have a go at all of these particular vehicles being on the test string. But I think we can still, if we can get the tank running and get the condition up to a point, I think we can probably take this for a spin around the track, which I think is well worth it. Alright. Because I think that's pretty cool. I mean, considering we started this particular episode out with this particular tank being up the creek without a paddle, having dug it out from the undergrowth, I think it's actually been quite an awesome success. It's cost us about, I want to say about $8,000 to roughly $8,000 to $10,000 to replace all, well, to get this vehicle into the position that it needs to be in, which is fantastic. Also, forgot to prime it. Whoops. It's okay. There you go. Turret is almost complete. The primer inside is fine. Oh my god, how have I missed that? My Jesus Christ. How the fuck did I miss that? Only I can notice something as stupid as that. There's a rust thing. Where's the rust? There's the bloody rust. How the fuck did I not notice that? Jesus Christ. Right, now let's get the sandblaster. Thank fuck there's not a thing which basically results in other bits of paint getting missed out on. Jesus Christ. Right. I'm going to look back at the editing reel for this and I'll be like, it was staring at me right in the face. How did I miss it? It's ridiculous. I honestly cannot... Right, we all good? Yeah, the interior's all good. Right, the exterior still needs a bit of work on it. That's the whole point of these primer things. We're actually, truth be told, though, looking a pretty darn sight look good. Right, let's go get you going. Yep, they're gone. And you're gone. Right, good. Exterior condition is all good. Swapping to the other paint mode. Ivantown. I think we can put some icons on it. Maybe make it look like it was from a Tankistar division. But yeah, I think we've done a pretty damn good job. Yeah, turret is complete. Almost. Still got to get into the internals for this thing. not done too bad. I might try and do some slightly sweet editing techniques and be like, look at what it was before, and now look at it. Which is silly. But there you go. Anyway, let's go into the tank assembly mode, because I think everything is more or less as it should be. Yes. Right. Bubble. Right, you replace the engine. Right, so the engine is now inside the tank, and it looks absolutely lovely. We'll close this down a bit, and we'll go into tank assembly mode. Exhaust pipe cover. Exhaust pipe cover. Over. Right. Out of fuel. Out of fuel. Toolbox. Get the top tow rope. Now, admittedly, this is the last bit of this is kind of a cheese because of the particular fundamentals of. Oh yeah, hang on. Because I've basically gone to the thing and said, "Hey, I'm gonna auto buy this stuff." But truth be told, yeah, I think that would be kind of nice for our first few tanks. Let's just work with what we got, and then we'll see how things work with that. So let's get through with that. There's two of these little things. Fantastic. Right, let's get the toolbox set up as well as the saw. And right, what else are we missing? Or is that it? We still got a couple of bits in the engine we have to deal with. Fuel tank as well. Yep. Radiator is missing from that side. Paint is apparently missing. Oh, there's an engine cover, which apparently. Oh, it's because of all the different parts we got. Is there anything missing from our turret? Paint. What are we missing in terms of paint? I don't know. Right, well, I think all the turret and stuff is done. So I'm thinking popping the turret back on. Would you look at that? T34, 85. Apparently we're 95% through. Rust removal is all at 99%. Who the f... What the... Eh... Hull interior. What is missing? Front mount. What? Rookie renovator. What is missing? That's it? So what's missing in paint? What is missing in paint? I don't know what it is. That's a 100%. I mean, look at that. Right, I'm thinking if we look at storage, tank status to back up a bit. Move tank to paint room, maybe. There we go. Right, let's go to the paint room. See what we can do with this tank. What can we do with this? I'm not entirely sure. We can have a fanny else around, maybe. How do we use this paint room? Ah, there we go. We can actually put a symbol on it or two. Right, okay. So we want to have 74, no. Russian green. And I'm going to have a couple of icons on the side. There we go. Scale will reduce down a bit. Say one there. And one, change the rotation around till we get to like one there. Yeah. And then we'll improve the scale of that one. So we've got like that. Rotation we'll change it around a bit. Maybe slow down the thing a bit. Why is it on there? No. God damn it. Right. Undo. Right, that's good. Oh, this is so much better. Right, yeah. Much better. Eyes to improve. Decals. How do I delete them? Have we got decals on the front turret? Yeah, we do. That's bad. How do I change that? I don't want to remove the good decal, but at the front of the tank, it's shit. Yeah, okay. We'll be careful this time. Alright. Red Ivan. Right, there we go. Much better, much better. Donk. And then on the other side, we will have it improve the size. Donk. Okay, good. We've got the 2 stars. Now, we're going to have the text on one side of the tank that says something in Russian. I'm going to increase the size to a point and have it like so. Boom. There we go. Ivan tank. Eat your heart out. Right, there we go. There's my Ivan tank. Looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Right. Can we take this thing around the test track? Can I take it for a test drive? Oh, we can. Alright, so I think to wrap this episode up, we'll have a bit of a drive around before we sell this thing. Can we actually drive it? There's probably going to be some stupid focus aspect. Alright. Is it doing it? I can't tell. Level of coolant. Maybe I need to toggle the engine. Fluid menu. Oh, oil, maybe. Yep, we need oil. Okay, oil's done. Then we need coolant. Coolant interior number 1. Or is it now? Fuel container. Right. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's cool. You see the levels rising up. That's cool. And true for the other one. Okay, there's that. And then it's the coolant, which is just doesn't want to become cool. Doesn't seem to want to do it. Right. There's no coolant. Why is there no coolant? Is my question. How do I add the coolant in? Right. Well, the engine needs to start. Coolant is not filled. Yeah, so we've got to try and fill up the coolant, but it won't let me fill up the coolant. Am I forgetting something? Is there something I'm not doing that just doesn't work? I don't know. It's not letting me fill the engine up, is it? God damn it. I'm forgetting something. What it is, I have no idea, but apparently there's some... I've poured so much coolant, it's on the bloody wall. Floor. GG. Right. Coolant. Is that it? Right, fluid. Oil. Yeah, that's 100%. Good. Fuel. Yeah, that's full. That's full. Yeah, that's full. The only thing that is not working is the fact that Is it... Do I have to click on that or not? Well, I'm actually just going to end it here, guys, because I think we've tried to use this thing enough times. I'll try and figure out what's going on with it, but it honestly doesn't seem to want to work. I'll Google the real problem for this, but for the time being, we can admire what this particular tank is and what it means to have this thing on available to us. So yeah, okay. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we'll be able to open up the this particular vehicle. Oops. Did I forget that? I think I forgot that. Whoops. I'll see you guys next time.